or do you need a minute to get ready? I need a minute to get ready. Pulling up my notes here. Ooh, today is one of my favorite days. I love solving equations. Here we go. If you're one of my 4 people, take that minute, make it happen. I'm gonna put my headphones in so you're not hearing all the sounds from my computer. Y'all wanna hear a funny story? Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me anymore. Yes, okay, great. Funny story, last night I recorded the video for you all. I recorded it with my headphones on and I recorded the entire thing. And then I finished the recording, turned it off, and I realized my headphones were not plugged in. So that happened. So if the sound is funny, that is why. It's because I had my headphones on and I was recording all kinds of stuff apparently. So if you hear some background noise, it's probably just my partner walking around in the background. So my bad. Okay, today we are solving logarithmic equations. So this is any equation that has a log in it. Okay, so we're going to be applying our rules of logarithms. And we learned this new rule in our Notice and Wonder today, which is that the log is the inverse of the exponent. So we use an exponent to get rid of it. So if I have a log base 3 of 10, I'm going to use a 3 to the power of that, and they will cancel each other out and leave me with just 10. Okay. So there are 3 general steps for logarithm equations. The first step is to isolate it, to get it by itself, right? So the first step is to isolate it. We want to get that log alone, right? So if I am, let's write down all 3 steps first. So I'm going to isolate the log. My second step, and I might be making up this word, is exponentiate. Exponentiate. It's a big old word. That word is like an actual word. I don't know if that's actually what this is called, but this is the word that I'm choosing to use today. Exponentiate. I'm going to exponentiate. I'm going to use an exponent on both sides. And then step 3 is to solve it. So we're going to isolate, exponentiate, solve. Isolate, exponentiate, solve. If you want to try to say a fun word, try to say exponentiate. It's fun. Try it. I can hear houses all over the world, people saying exponentiate all over Los Angeles. All right. So first step, isolating. We're going to work with this problem first. I want to get the log by itself. So I have the log here, and it includes the 2x minus 1. That whole thing is considered the log. So I need to get it by itself on one side of the equation. How can I get rid of the minus 3? Add 3 for sure. Add 3. So I get log base 3 of 2x minus 1 equals 1 plus 3, 4, right? First step, isolating is complete. I have the log by itself on one side of the equation. My second step is exponentiating, okay? So since I have a base of 3, what do I need to put here? What base number do I need to put here in order to cancel the log base 3? 3, yes, chat's blowing up, great. So I have 3 to the power of this side of the equation is equal to what I do on one side, have to do on the other, 3 to the power of that side of the equation. So basically what I have here is 3 to the power of log base 3 of 2x minus 1 equals 3 to the power of 4. This is kind of the opposite of, remember where we had like, well, now we're saying like, oh, remember that like if the bases are the same, the exponents must be the same, right? They must be equal to each other. The same thing is happening here. We're applying that same logic, right? So my 3 and my log 3 are going to cancel and leave me with 2x minus 1 equals, quick math, who's got me? What's 3 to the 4th? 81, absolutely. Thanks, Walter and Fatima. All right, 81. I'm adding 1, adding 1. I get 2x equals 82. Dividing by 2, I get x equals 41. 41. So remember that first step was to get the log by itself. My second step was to raise it to that power. And then my third step was just to solve, right? So isolate, exponentiate, solve. I do want to just quickly show you how to check because it is possible to get extraneous solutions here. So what I would do in order to check my answer here is I would go to my calculator. I'm going to type in the left side of the equation, this here, but I'm going to replace my x with the number 41 because that's what I think x is. Okay, so I'm going to type in -3 plus log base 3 of 2 times 41 minus 1. And I get my answer of 1, which is good because it should equal 1, right? So I see that this is correct. So I think I know that this is a checked solution. This is a true solution for this problem. Y'all want to see a quick, cool calculator skill? You can, let's say you put x here instead. If you put x here, you're going to get the log graph, right? The log graph. And then if you say, okay, I want that to equal y equals 1, because 1 is what the other side of the equation is. And then I go to where they touch. It's at 41, which is my answer, 41. So cool. So cool. Some people out there are like, wait, miss, what was that? You type in one side of the equation here and the other side of so this works for all equations, by the way. If you type in this equation here in here, and you type in whatever's on the other side in the second line, where those two lines cross, solution. All right, we'll try it again. I want you to go ahead and write down this problem. Write down this problem. It looks very similar to our last problem. I would love to offer merits to anyone who can help us out on this problem by coming off mute. Who's got it? You can call on someone. I vote Caitlin. Caitlin, are you able to come off mute? Do you want to talk us through the first step?
We add 3 to the other side.
Cool. Adding 3 to the other side. So I get natural log of 2x minus 1 equals, what do I get, Caitlin?
2.
Perfect. You want to keep going or you want a popcorn?
Popcorn.
Okay, choose a person.
Devin.
Devin. Oh, we have 2 Devins. Which one?
A.
Devin A. Devin A, what's the next step? Devin A, are you out there? Perhaps he's typing. We got to figure out this off mute. Can't go. Okay. Devin Z, you're up.
Um, then you raise the natural log to E, or you take E and then raise it to the log that we have there, and the 2 as well.
Perfect. Thank you, Devin. Devin, popcorn to someone else.
Wait, that's mean. You can choose.
Okay, I'll choose. I'll
I
be
feel
mean.
like putting, yeah.
Okay. I'll popcorn to Giselle. Oh, bummer. I'll popcorn to Janet P. Major bummer. All right. We got to figure out this. Let's do this. Help me out. Let's just try it this one time. In your reactions bar, you should have a raise hand. If it is possible for you to unmute, you're not volunteering, but if it is possible for you to unmute, can you go ahead and press that raise hand button? Sweet. If it is possible for you to unmute, raise your hand. Yes, I've got so many of you. Thank you so much. Amazing. Press that raise hand button. I see some of you with that clap button. If you have a raise hand button, that would be better because the clap button's going to disappear. Amazing. Okay, sweet. Miriam, talk to us about what you would do on this problem. What can I do next?
You could put the e square in the calculator.
I could put e squared in the calculator. So I'm going to try e to the power of 2, and I get 7.389. I'm going to leave it in my calculator, but I love that we put it in. That is the best. I'm going to leave it as e squared. Thank you, Miriam. Araceli, what can I do on the left side?
You can cancel out the E and B. Yeah.
And the natural log?
Yes.
Yes. And what would be left over?
2x minus 1.
2x minus 1. Yes, 2x minus 1. Amazing. All right. Mia H, how can I move forward?
You would make the e to the squared into 7.389.
Mm-hmm.
So then after that, what you do is you add 1 to the other side. So then it would be 8. So 2x equals 8.389.
8.389. I love it. Thank you, Mia. And Kiara, help us finish.
And then we can divide by 2 on both sides.
Yes. So I have x equals, in my calculator, I'm going to go ahead and divide by 2 like this, right? So I pressed the parenthesis to make the parenthesis around that because I want that to be on the top. And then I press divide by 2, and it's going to give me like my official version. 4.195, right? Which was e squared plus 1 over 2. Amazing. E squared plus 1 over 2 gives me this decimal right here. Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and check my work by using that trick that we were thinking about earlier. So I have -3 plus the natural log of 2x minus 1. That's on one side. I'm going to go home so I see my graph. Here's my natural log graph. And then I'm going to put y equals -1, right? And I'm going to click right here. My correct answer is 4.195, and I got it, 4.195. Amazing. So we checked our solution. Checked our solution. Okay, I want to give the option. If you would like to lower your hand, you're welcome to lower your hand. If you're still willing to be called on, feel free to keep that hand up there. If you now are like, oh, I can unmute now, you can put your hand in the air for the next problem. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That was fun. That was the most people we've had talking all year. Okay, so we have our isolating, exponentiating, and solving, right? And there is a next level. There's a next level, which is when there are multiple logarithms in the problem. It's not going to change our steps very much. Just the first step is going to change into combine logs. So the first step we're going to do is we're going to combine them into one log. And then we're going to be able to follow the same steps. We're going to have step 2 is still going to be exponentiate. And step 3 is still going to be to solve. Right? So our steps are not really changing too much. Just that first step of combining logs. All right. Go ahead and write down this first problem here. Log base 2 of x plus 2 minus log base 2 of x minus 1 equals 3. All right, since they have the same base, we're going to be able to combine them using the properties, the things that we were learning about on Tuesday. Okay, how can I, if this is log base 2 and log base 2, I know I'm going to have log base 2 here. What does the minus mean? What does the minus mean? Jimmy, what does the minus mean? Ah, Jimmy, you already typed it. Division, yes, division. So I'm going to divide this divided by this. So in my log, I'm going to have x plus 2 divided by x minus 1. And it's still going to equal 3. Still going to equal 3. Right, so now I've combined them into one log. Now I'm going to do step 2, exponentiate. What number am I going to use? What power am I going to use? Well, this is going to be my power. My base number should be 2. Yes, Brandon. 2, like that. And 2, like this. So my 2 and my log base 2 will cancel and leave me with x plus 2 over x minus 1 equals, Jimmy, what's 2 to the third?
8.
8, yes, 8, like that. Can someone tell me, how do I solve this now? What do I do? How do I have this division. How do I get rid of it? Multiply, yeah, what am I going to multiply, Diana? X minus 1, yes. X minus 1 on both sides. X minus 1 will cancel, leaving me with x plus 2 equals, what do I need to do with 8 and x minus 1? How do I multiply them?
You multiply 8 to x and 1.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Multiply 8 to x and 8 to 1. So I have 8x minus 8, like so, distributing. Yeah, Fatima, thank you. Christine, can you finish this problem for us?
You subtract the 2 or add the 8, whichever one you want to do.
We could subtract the 2.
It'll be x plus 8, x minus 10.
All right.
And then you subtract the 8x to the other side, which would leave you with 7x.
What kind of 7?
Negative 7x minus 10. And then you divide negative 7 to negative 10.
X equals, what does that give me for an answer? Just a fraction version. 10/7, yes. 10/7. So I think my answer is 10/7. I'm gonna grab the decimal just in case. 10/7 is 1.429. 1.429. Both of those are okay. Can someone lead me through how would I check, knowing that this was my original equation here? How would I check this in the calculator? What would I do? Plug in X. Yeah, I can absolutely plug in X. I can plug in 10/7 right here, 10/7 right there, and see if it equals 3. Or I can go to my calculator and I can type in the whole left side as log base 2 of X plus 2 minus log base 2 of X minus 1, right? I get that log equation. And then I'm going to type in Y equals 3. And I can see that they meet right here. That's my solution. My solution is 1.429. 1.429, which I see as my answer is the same as 10/7. Yeah. Amazing. All right, let's do one more problem together. It's our last problem of the day. We have natural log of X plus 2 plus natural log of X equals natural log of 8. All right, first step, combining logs. So I have this log here and this log here. It's addition. What does that mean? If it's addition, what am I going to do with these? Multiply. Yes, multiply. Thank you. Thanks, Diana. So I have natural log of X plus 2 times X equals natural log of 8, right? I'm going to go ahead and multiply this in. So I have natural log of X squared plus 2X equals natural log of 8. How do I get rid of a natural log? How do I exponentiate this equation? E to the power of, yes, Fatima. E to the power of, E to the power of, like that. So E and natural log will cancel and leave me with X squared plus 2X. E and natural log will cancel as well on this side and give me 8. Whew, nice. All right, I've got a quadratic equation. Someone help me. How can I solve this? First step. Yes, minus 8. Oh, go for it. Sorry. Araceli, tell it to us.
Bring down the equation and then factor it.
Yes. Can you tell me how to factor? What numbers can I use?
You can use 4 and 2.
4 and 2. What kind of 4? What kind of 2?
A positive 4 and a negative 2.
Positive 4 and negative 2. Thank you, Mia. So positive 4 because I have positive 2 here. So 4 and minus 2 would make 2. 4 times negative 2 makes negative 8. Perfect. All right, X equals, what are my 2 numbers?
Negative 4 and positive.
Negative 4 and positive 2. Amazing. I know it's a little awkward to talk over each other, but I really appreciate you all coming off mute. It's super helpful. So I have these 2 as my possible solutions. I'm not going to put a box around them yet because I do want to check them. So I'm going to go to my calculator. I'm going to check it by typing in this in one line and this in the other. So basically like this is Y1 and this is Y2. So the first one is natural log natural log of x plus 2 plus natural log of x. And I want that to be equal to the natural log of 8. I have to put y equals here. Y equals the natural log of 8. So I see one solution here is at 2. One solution is at 2. So I know that 2 is a answer. Is -4 an answer? Do the purple line and the green line cross at -4? No, they don't, right? They do not. This is extraneous. This is extraneous. -4 is not an answer. Only +2 is an answer. So algebraically, -4 is correct. However, it does not satisfy the equation because it is negative. Why is the log not allowed to be negative? What happens when I do a negative log? It's undefined. Yeah, it's undefined. You get an error. And that's because e to the power of nothing can ever get you a negative number, right? Some of you wrote about this in your assignment a couple of days ago, but anything to the power of something can never get you a negative number. It can only get you a fraction or a decimal or a whole number, right? Never a negative. So that is why. Okay, it's 10:30, so I'm going to let you go. Reminder that we have office hours at 10:30. We have, or like office hours starting right now all the way until noon. We have Trojan tutors starting right now all the way until noon. And I think those are our major options for getting some help. Okay. Other than that, I will see you all later. Have an amazing weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. Bye, friends. Thank you for coming off mute, sending merits your way. Appreciate you. Thank you. Bye. 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 Thank you. Have a good day. Bye. Thanks, Christy.
Bye, Miss. Have a good day.
Bye. Have a good day. Bye, Kiara. Hi, Josh. Caitlin, yes, I do. Caitlin, give me 1 second to grab that for you. I think I had it. Let me see. Let me grab it. Hey, Josh, hang tight for a second so I can get Caitlin this website here. Math. LA. This thing's being annoying. Sorry, Caitlin. My computer is not running super fast. Thank you for being patient.
Then you could email it to me because I got class in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
email it
thank
to you.
you.
Okay, see you later.
Bye.
Bye. All right.